If women want men to just be themselves, why is approaching women a skill men need to learn? Why does he need game?
Because women are lying. Women don't want men to be themselves. That's just something that they've been told through Disney, fairy tale, lies, and the media.
For most men, they can't be themselves. They have to lie or do something else or put on facade for women. Women say they want you to be honest. Women say they want you to tell it like it is, but you know that's a damn lie. They don't know what they want.
And the reason why most women don't know what they want is because most women live in themes. They're constantly living out a theme. Being an independent woman is a theme that she would live out, which is why she'll say, I don't need a man, I don't want a man. And she would dedicate herself to her job, to becoming a boss woman that she has fantasized herself being. Most women would not make it to this level, but it feels good to act like it. A lot of people are not that independent. It's because it requires a lot of work. It's the same thing whenever it comes to being a wife. A woman will want to be a wife for a short period of time before she thinks of a different thing. The guy at the beginning was right. It's all programmed through the movies and the fairy tales. It's hard for a man to be himself because a woman is constantly looking for a different type of guy to fit whatever theme she's going through at the moment.
Come here and get it.
I'm good.
We learned a long time ago to recognize patterns. Hey, did you see Steve? He tried to hug a lion. He ain't got a head anymore.
Your mission is to get your children.
You're in a relationship with him. You find out he cheats because he kept it from you because that's your mentality. You find out though, right? Are you breaking up with him?
Nigga, what?
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out. If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. But can you do me a favor? Hit that notifications button right now. All right, guys, I got about 3 videos for you today. The first video is going to be a woman asking a gold digger, if you're married to a rich guy and he goes and be with other women, what do you do because you just can't turn around and go to another rich guy? And I think that the answer that the gold digger gives her is one of the realest answers in the world that most women are not going to admit or know about. So make sure you stick around and watch that video. Next video is going to be Andrew Tate breaking down exactly how people think whenever it comes to and why racism exists. I can't really say that word, so I will be blocking it out. But his example is really, really good. Then the last video is going to be Candice Owens. Again, she's been on fire lately. She's going to be breaking down why in America we have so many people that are getting degrees and so many people that are getting certificates, but everyone seems to be getting dumber and becoming bots. All right, she'll be breaking that down lovely and I'll be giving commentary. But first, let's get to the first video with Fresh and Fit.
Over $1 million, right? Or you find the 1% man that's got, like, say your dude got over $1 million, right? Or he makes $1 million a month or a year, whatever the case may be. You're in a relationship with him. You find out he cheats because he kept it from you because that's your mentality. You find out though, right? Are you breaking up with him?
Yeah.
And you know your chances of finding another man that's making millions a year to take care of you, right? You're more than likely going to end up with a bum just because he's loyal.
Now, you have to understand, she is right. For majority of women, this is what's going to happen. When you get to that high value man, that is a minority. So many women are going to be fighting for the same guy, which is why it's hard for a lot of those guys to be faithful. She's right. What happens when you leave him and you can't get to another rich man?
Well, I wouldn't.
And then you'll be unsatisfied, and then you'll end up cheating or breaking up.
But he's not the only millionaire in the world. And if you mess with those,
do you know the percentage of millionaires in the world?
I'm saying if you mess with those type of rich men, you know that there's a possibility that he's gonna cheat on you. So you're choosing the rich life or a man who actually loves you.
Exactly. So
she's right. You have to know the game that you are playing. This is what we tell you guys. A lot of this stuff that we teach you is for girls for the streets. All right, it's not for the good women that are running around here. You guys give women a one size fit all. No, when it comes to life in general, you must know your lead. You must know what game you're playing. Like she said, I know I'm going for that type of guy. He's probably not going to be with me forever. So I don't put my feelings into being with that type of guy because I'm only in it for the money. In other words, she knows her role. The problem is when you're a good girl and you jump into this type of world and you think that the guy is going to change for you because you're some type of good girl. No, this girl is fully aware of what it's like to be in that lifestyle. So she's not putting her heart into it.
If you
So
actually
if you
care
go
about
with a
him, you're
man
not
who's a
gonna let it slide.
multimillionaire, you already know the risk. You already know that he can get whatever girl he wants and that he's gonna cheat on you. So you don't emotionally attach to a man like that.
Did you know that bums cheat too?
She's right. See, what she's not understanding is bums do cheat. All right? Rich guys cheat. Most guys, yeah, guys can cheat. So can women cheat. But when it's all said and done, it's the moves that you're making in life with your life. You can sit back and keep thinking of all the negative stuff that's going to happen. All right? And that could prevent you from doing what you want to do. The best decision for you to do is know who you are, where you belong in, where you fit in. And when you start dating, you start recognizing what type of person you're dealing with. Some of you guys will get around thoughts and you'll try to treat them like good girls, and then you'll get around good girls and you'll try to treat them like thoughts because they're vulnerable. That's typically how it happens. But what happens when you get around the proper woman that match you? Can you match her energy? That's where it's going to boil down to. This girl is right. I know girls in Miami, LA, New York that fish for high value guys all day with no intentions at all of being with this guy for the rest of their life because they know he's going to have other women. But they look at it like this. I'd rather get played by a multimillionaire who spent some money on me and I got something from it than to get played by a bummy dude because he was nice. That's what you guys have to understand. Men will cheat, but women would rather get cheated on by a millionaire because they walk away with more. The ones that understand the game walk away emotionless. The ones that don't understand the game are the ones that's gonna scratch your car up. They're gonna try to lock you in with a kid. They're gonna try to bring out allegations. They're gonna try to tear down your name because they didn't recognize what game they were playing. They thought their looks and their submissiveness was just going to win them over. Next video is going to be Andrew Tate. Let's get to it.
This is how humans function. On some level, humans are always going to be to some degree. This is how humans function. If I walked down the street and was attacked by a purple man, and then I walked down the street 2 months later and was attacked by a purple man, when I next walk past the purple man, I will be intimidated by said purple man. That's not, that's pattern recognition. That's the reason that humans don't try and hug lions. We learned a long time ago to recognize patterns. Hey, did you see Steve? He tried to hug a lion. He ain't got a head anymore. Maybe I should try.
He's right. He is right. People are going to always follow the stereotype. And when it does come to, it's in every country. When I tell you it's in every country, black and whites have their thing here. Then when you go to South America, you have like the Brazilians, the Venezuelans, they don't get along. The Colombians and the Spaniards don't get along. And then you got other countries where other people don't get along as well. Racism exists in every culture, not just the black and white culture. And once you learn to adapt that mindset, then you're less emotional about what happens in life. Too many people are so emotional because the world don't like them, because the world don't get along with them. Listen, the world isn't your mom. The world doesn't have to accept you. I tell a lot of single mothers that the world is not your child's grandmother, which means they don't love your children unconditionally. They're just another person. It's the same thing with people. You guys come online and you find some comfort in people that are struggling and going through the same events as you. But what you're not realizing is that when you get off the internet and you go back to real life, that's what matters. That's what's really gonna matter. You have to deal with the fact that people may not like you or get along with you, but when you only worry about it whenever you have no vision or dream. I always said, racism is only for broke people. Let's get to Candice.
So think about that. Now in America, we have never handed out more degrees. More people are graduating than ever before, and yet they're dumber than they've ever been. So think about that. Think about that in your head. How is that possible? More degrees, dumber kids going out into the world. I'll tell you how it's possible. Because our education system, the Department of Education, which should be abolished, this was their mission. Their mission is not to make your children smart or productive in the world. Their mission is to turn them into activists for the government through their various different causes. Their mission is to get your children hooked to one of their many cults that they're selling them. So maybe the cult is race. They want that child to come out and to scream Black Lives Matter and to burn down the inner city communities, and then to go, oh my gosh, we are facing a policing catastrophe, even though we literally just said defund the police. And now we're going to need more money for the government to deal with this crisis that the very government created.
And she's right. Everyone has become a bot because everyone has become emotionally confused. That's what life has done. It's been too many agendas. It's been too many natural disasters. It's been too many government changes. It's been so many different things that have happened in life. Nobody knows what's real and nobody knows what's fake. But there is someone that can see your actions and control what you do. That's what people are not understanding. A lot of you are so overly emotional about belief systems that don't even matter, all the way down to this red pill. A lot of guys will argue till they blue in the face, what's real, what's fake, what's alpha, what's beta, what's this, what's that. It's all allegories used to give a story of an example. It's teaching through allegorical stories. That's what all of this is. All right, it's the matrix. In other words, are some of the things that we talk about real? But a lot of this stuff is allegory. It's used just to deliver a message. And that's what the internet has done. It's became one big allegory that have convinced people that reality is different than what they see. So we have a lot of people that are running around here that are bots. Why? Because it's easier for you to think like everyone else and feel comfort than to go against the grain. That's what Kanye is going through right now. He's speaking the truth, but everybody that wants to hear the lie is going to cancel him. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys got the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.